This motherfucker just wants me. Oh, what the What the Did it hit something? Total 1G. What the just happened? Well, chat, we're gonna talk about the new CSGO update today because what a hefty update it was. All of this anguish over 4 lines. So yeah, Anubis added to active duty. Dust 2 taken out of active duty. That's a W. Anubis supremacy indeed. I have actually played Anubis more than I've played any other map in matchmaking, and I have a 91% win rate on the map. I am a seasoned Anubis veteran. Nice Anubis abuse, thank you. I'm actually very proud of it. I was pretty miffed, if I'm being honest, when they put Ancient in the map pool over Anubis, because I think Anubis is a really good map. I think it has a lot of potential. I think it's really fun. I think it's fun to play on T side, which is something that I think personally is good for all maps. I think all maps should just be like, not T-sided, just like fun to play on T side. The op change, I actually don't think is, it's not that it isn't important, it's just that it's very straightforward. The op change is one that people have been asking for a long time. And I think that it is extremely reasonable that they would take 5 bullets off the mag. I think it's extremely reasonable. It really does affect the spammability of the op, which is obviously a good thing. As someone who does op pretty frequently, I can tell you that you don't ever actually have to reload the weapon. It's just like, you're obviously just sort of trolling if you ever actually have to reload it. Unless you do a thing where you're like, you have some stupid lineup on Vertigo and you're just like you know what I mean? Like op-shotting through a wall like 4 or 5 times to just try to get a lucky kill and then you reload. Obviously, it matters. Like if you even just go for that opening pick, right? Like I kill that first homie, let's say it's a pick out middle, and then a second guy swings and I miss, let's say. Now I'm down to 3 bullets, I have to reload. Because if there's 4 alive and I go to a bomb site and I'm holding that bomb site alone, like I'm anchoring that bomb site, at some point from this mid position to when I back off to go to the bomb site, I have to now reload this op. The only time that I can see this really, like the ammo count in the op actually mattering is if it's on the ground and you have a rifle and you're like in a retake, right? Like you spray a guy down, oh look, it's out of bullets, and you come over here and you pick up an op and you need to multi-kill, you don't know how many shots are in the mag, right? That's obviously always been true, but when there's 10 in a mag, statistically speaking, it's like fucking impossible that you're gonna pick up an op that has like 2 shots in it, right? In this meta, with this change, there is a very, very real chance that you pick up an op that does not have the full 5. The op is sort of like overpowered in a way that we all are okay with. Like if you call the op overpowered, people are like, whoa, 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 what do you mean? It's like the sincerest expression of truth, reason, and beauty in CSGO. What do you mean? No, the op is obviously overpowered. It's just overpowered in a way that we are all very okay with. We like how strong the op is. It makes the game really exciting. It makes the game really fun, but it's unbelievably strong, right? The gun is like ludicrously powerful, obviously. I think it's a really intelligent change. It doesn't touch the op. It doesn't like violate the sanctity of the op, but it also actually makes it so that oppers have to think a little bit more, right? While they play. The M4A1 obviously is sort of back in meta now because of the change that they made to the A1-S. What are the changes to the A1-S? So for those who don't know, because like honestly people maybe have not had a chance to actually test this out yet, the reason the meta was so strong is because it was 1, 2, 3, 4 anywhere on the map was a kill. Now it's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I think these guys are already, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the meta now. It still takes 2 headshots, just like the M4 has always taken 2 headshots. And up close, the damage is the same that it always was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Still in the range. Let's get to this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the change, is the added extra bullet. The thing that had people freaking out about this change is this. So let's go like really far back, right? That's a headshot, body shot, body shot. That is a really big deal because that means you can dink a motherfucker in the head from really far away, and it still takes two body shots to kill him after a headshot. That actually matters. Like, let's go here. Yeah, you see that? That is a really big deal. What I'm trying to say is that I actually don't think the 5-shot thing matters that much. I honestly think this gun is still good. I still use it. I've also always liked the A1-S, to be fair. Like, I love this gun. I've always preferred it to the A4. So it could just be that it's a little bit of a playstyle thing. It's a little bit of a bias, but I have not switched over to the A4 yet. I honestly don't think that this is good. I think this idea that the A4 is just apodictically better now and everyone is switching over is just not true. That's just not true. Like, the gun is way more viable than it was 2 weeks ago, right? Obviously, like, we all agree on that. The A4 is back in the sense that, like, it's really strong again. The A1S is not just like, you know, like head and shoulders better like it was 2 weeks ago. But I have been playing all of my Face It Pugs, all of my ESEA matches, and all of my MM games using the A1S since the change. I legitimately still think the A1S absolutely shreds people. And the only time you get A1S is if you're like on a weird angle or something, or your hand's in a weird position, and you're like swinging out and you're trying to like, you end up in a weird position where you're like body shotting from distance and you have to hit 5 and you miss 1 or 2 of them and then you just die. But honestly, it's not that common. And I think that on the whole, the A1S still is better for me. Just using the Gev. Good mag size, good recoil, cheap. What's all this bullshit? People out here spending $3,100 on fucking rifles. Look at that. Really hard to beat that, chat. Really hard to beat that. What's the issue? I don't understand. Look at that. What's the issue?